Okay, it's recording. We're good. Alrighty, welcome everybody. So excited you guys to be on with us. I am super pumped. So I want you guys to type in the chat if you're on Facebook Live or in the Zoom. A one in the chat if you've already ordered your skin health system. A two in the chat if you're intrigued and you want to learn more about it before you purchase. Okay, so we'll be going over a little bit more here on the call. My name is Megan Goff, and I am super excited to be on here with my friends Lisa and Amy and Shell, and sorry, Lisa, Angie, and Shell. And we're going to be talking about our skin microbiome. We're going to be talking about how gut health and skin health go hand in hand. It's really, really important that we're focused on not just skin alone, but also what's going on in our gut, the nutrition that we have, our hydration, that is all connected to what's going on in our skin, and what is going on inside is reflected on our outside. And so there's something called chronological age versus biological age. Have you guys heard of that? I think it's super interesting because we can obviously, our chronological age is how old we are. And then our biological age is basically the age of our cells. And so you can actually look younger or older depending on what's going on at a cellular level. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to be prematurely aging with extra wrinkles and all the things. And so really, the more intentional and focused we are on those few key areas, the better the better and glowing our skin is going to look, okay? And the better we're going to feel also. And I think the point is that we want to be reducing our overall toxic body burden, and we can do that by being intentional about our nutrition, our hydration, and really the state of our gut. Because if our gut is wonky, we're not going to be absorbing nutrition from our food, and so thus our cells will be starving for good nutrition. So I'm not going to be the one talking on this call the whole time. I'm excited to kick it over to my longtime friend Lisa. Did you guys all notice that we're matching, by the way? Lisa, Angie, and I all bought the same dresses when we were on a cruise back in February. So thought it would be fun to match today. Okay, Lisa, go ahead. We want to hear your story.
Hey everybody, Lisa Winters here. So excited. I want you guys to know skincare has been something that I have loved for really my whole life. My mother loved skincare, had beautiful skin till she passed away last year. But one of the things that I found not frustrating, but intriguing to me, in that I was looking for a line that I could love all of the products in it, or buy a line that had all the things that I needed. And recently, over the last few years, obviously Joyome we loved, but I wanted the face wash, and I wanted eye cream, and I wanted all the things. And so now we have it, you guys. So I'm just literally, before I pass it over to my friend, I can't wait to do that. I'm just going to quickly show you each product quickly, so that when my friend Shell gets on and shares all that she's going to share, you're going to have a little bit of foreknowledge. Okay, so Fresh Face is the gel. It's a gel cleanser, and it is not stripping, I will tell you that. So we have this wonderful cleanser. The packaging is so nice, you guys. I love packaging, is important. Let's just be honest as women. And then we also have the Glow Getter. So for everyone that loved our Joyome, this is upgraded. This is the Glow Getter. And then the next thing I have here is the Sun Shield. I buy all of these things. I had to buy separately, you guys. This is so awesome. And Plexus does things better. And so I just literally purchased a sunblock for my face. I'm super excited about this one. So this is also acts, and Shell's going to talk about it as a moisturizer, but also can be used as a primer. And then we have our After Hours, which is the night moisturizer. She's got amazing ideas, you guys, on this. I can't wait for you to hear her. And then we also have an eye cream. And obviously our collagen. Those of you that maybe you've been taking our collagen, it's been updated. So not just packaging, but formulation has been updated. It's not going to change. If you've been doing well on our collagen, it's not going to affect you in that way. They've made it a little bit better. And so what I want to do now is I want to introduce to you my friend Shell. She and I have been friends for over 3 decades. I think it's been almost 34 years. She is a beauty and health advocate. She's been in the beauty industry for over 3 decades. I've literally watched her begin this journey and see her influence continue to grow, and her knowledge and her love for people and for these for products and now Plexus products. So Shell, take it away. Share with us all that you're learning and that you can share with us.
Oh, well, first of all, I want to say I am so excited for this Plexus skincare health system. Like Lisa said, I've been in the industry for about 30 years. I currently, I'm not active right now, but I am a makeup specialist for the company of Chanel. I passed all of my exams up in New York City. And so I step in for national artists, and I also run spas for Chanel when they need it, and also for Saks Fifth Avenue. I started out years ago in Palm Beach, Florida at the Breakers Hotel, and I was introduced to the spa life there as well. And during that time, I was able to pick up these techniques, these anti-aging techniques to help your products work better for you. And so that's one thing that I wanted to help all of you today with this amazing new skincare line that I have personally been looking for, which I'm so excited about. I also have a side business where I do a lot of weddings, I do photo shoots, and I've been wanting a whole system that I can keep in my kit and that's clean, that's not harsh, that's paraben free. And so and now I've been using it now for about almost 2 weeks, and I absolutely love it. One thing I've noticed about this product, compared to the products I've used, I've La Mer, Sicily, Chanel, all of it, and with Saks Fifth Avenue. Those are great products, but I'm going to tell you this cutting edge science with this Plexus is I just can't stop thinking about it. I've started to share because now I know the product. I know what it feels like. I know the smell. I know how it's going to react. And so I can really share that with clients and to be able to sell it, which I'm excited about. Anyways, I did want to start off with the Fresh Face cleanser. What I love about this is that it's true. I will say really about a pea size, maybe a nickel. You do not need much. This really it takes off that makeup and that layer, especially if you are use a more of a heavier makeup or if you're just using light tinted moisturizer. But what I love is that clean feel afterwards, and there's no stripping of that beautiful, you don't have that like tightness feeling. It's very soft. And the beauty part is that if you wear like long wearing mascaras, it really takes off that mascara barrier. And girls that wear lashes or little lash pieces, I've noticed that a little bit extra warm water and a little bit more, it really took it all off. And I loved that the kit came with, the cleansing pads. Those are amazing too, because you can always put just a little extra on there with the warm water and really get that debris off. So this I love. I love it. Well, there's not anything I don't love about it, but the next one I wanted to talk about was the Glow Getter. This serum, what I've noticed is that it truly strengthens the skin. When you put this on, you feel this like I can feel it activate. And that's what in the skincare industry we want for our clients. But what I want to also help you guys with is that before you put this on is you really need to prepare your skin. And there's a couple little techniques. I was talking to Megan about this and Lisa, is that when you tap your skin, like you do like little tapping motions to the skin, and you kind of give some pressure to the skin, what you're doing is you are causing circulation to that top layer of the epidermis. And what that does, that blood flow, it rises up to the surface. And so when you put on the serum, it helps to activate it and work better for you. And you will notice a difference because remember, when we're tapping, we're bringing energy, we're bringing radiance. And so utilizing the glow serum with that you'll notice a difference that it really is able to, bring out all the benefits of the serum. And I love this. I don't know, I highly recommend that you need to get this. This is it's cutting edge. I I've done a couple little different tests with it. I've added a little bit more on my forehead, like certain areas that I feel that I see more signs of aging. So it says 2 to 3 pumps. Sometimes I'll focus a little bit more up on there and I'll feel that tightness. And so that's just something that I just love about it. And believe it or not, around the lip area, I'll kind of massage it just a little bit more. And then, I bring it down to the neck. So one thing I also want to talk about with this is that the next step they have is the sun shield, which this is an amazing product. This works, as your daytime moisturizer, as your SPF. When you pump this, it says 2 to 3 pumps, and then to bring it down on the neck. When you put this onto the skin, you really want to bring in really big circular motions, because what you're doing is that you are spreading that. So there's not a white hue, but the glow from this, you really want to get that all over the skin. You can take a little bit of extra around the cheek area, the nose area, and right here. So you're, using as the primer so your makeup doesn't separate. I love this. If you, I have, so this is a little tip. If I had a client and they came to me and they said, you know what, I love lotions, but I'm a dry girl. What I would do is you can, from what I've tested this 2, 3 times now, I've put this on a friend and my 2 daughters. You can add some of the after hours. You can do, I was telling Lisa, just one pump after, you apply this, and you just want to do one pump. And if you are dry in these areas, you can just tell your client just to add a little bit. For someone that's extremely dry. Now, we're in the dead of summer. So most of us are dealing with humidity. I'm not sure about New England, but where I am, it is humid. And I haven't really need to use this as much, but in the winter, I would definitely do that. And also too, like if I have a bride or if I have a client that, they're getting ready for pictures and you want that emolliency. It's just a great addition just to plump up that skin. And this is just, one thing about sales and connecting with your clients, it's just that authenticity of really wanting to help them. And so little tips and really bringing out the product, they're going to love that. All of us girls do. And this, I love, love, love this. One of the things I wanted to say is with this, it does say to activate it, so you can bring it together with your hands. If you choose to put it on your skin, do circular rotations, and you'll see what I mean, how you're smoothing out and it's warming. You do need to make sure you want to warm this because of the beautiful SPF in it that we all need, just with everything going on, with the environment. The other thing I want to talk about is the eye cream. So I don't have it right here, right in front of me, but I love the applicator. The ceramic applicator is phenomenal. You, little trips, you can like put it in the fridge if you want for a few minutes, if you're really puffy, and then hold it on there to bring down puffiness. When you are applying it, it says to bring it to the corner, to the outer part of the eye. You do want to go in just slight little rotations. And then just, I take like my ring finger or my middle finger and I just gently dab. If you deal with puffiness, a lot of us do, just the allergens in the air, toxins in the air, everything that's going on. Before you do the eye cream, you can do these little tapping motions around the eye. And that again activates. When I'm in spa, I will do rotations around the eye, and then I'll go up, and then I'll go down, and then I'll take the product, and then I'll do it again. And you can even just do one eye, and you can notice the difference, because what you're doing again is you're bringing that blood flow to the top layer of the epidermis. And what it does is it helps to just circulate and bring radiance, and helps to help bring down that puffiness. Another little tip about the eye, which I love. So it has this beautiful hydration, like glow to it. So say that you've worked all day, or you've been out with the kids, you're gonna go out for dinner with your girlfriend, your husband, and you just want to touch up. Well, this eye cream, what I've tested, because I love anything that has illuminating factor to it. You can take a little bit of the extra eye cream as you're retouching up your makeup, and put it right above your cheekbone right here, and then add your tinted moisturizer or whatever, just a little bit. And what that's going to do, it's going to plump, it's going to hydrate, and then it's going to pull through illuminating factors, and you're just going to glow, because that's what everybody wants. As we progress, we lose that emolliency, and that's what we want when we're in our 20s. The fad right now is that beautiful glow. So all ages can benefit from that as well. I will say that when I tell you that being in the industry, and just the activation process, when I put on this, I love this Glow Getter serum. I truly feel the anti-aging properties to it. And it's something that I'm so excited about. I did get to use the Joyum, and I loved it. But the whole system together is amazing. Also, what's also amazing is taking care of your insides as well. So using the collagen. All of my clients, when I connect with them and I sit them down, or I'm doing a bride, what's the key factor to having beautiful skin? It's hydration. You've got to hydrate. If I have a bride and we do her pre-consultation, I'm like, okay, girl, for 3 months, you've got to hydrate. You need electrolytes. We have an amazing electrolyte. You need to use collagen. Because why? Inside out. And, that's the beauty of it, of being able to connect and really help a woman just draw out that natural beauty that she has, and to feel, to have that bounce, to have that glow. And that's what these products are doing. And I'm excited. I'm excited to have it in my kit. I'm excited now that I have really experienced this, that I am able to really share. And it's just amazing. But again, remember, you want to tap before your serum, tap before your eye area. Also with the serum, remember, when you first get it on, what I love is it goes right into the skin. And so you can just do a circular rotation, and then bring it down again on your neck. And then anything you have left over, make sure you put on the back of the hands, because that's what we need. I hope this helps.
Shelley, this is so wonderful. So I have one question.
Yeah.
When you were saying going down the neck, I have always gone up.
Yeah. So, well, when we're in spa, I mean, we'll go up, but going down, because so also I didn't, I could tell you, I have a certification in reflexology. And so going down with our lymph nodes,
Yeah.
it helps to release toxins. Going up kind of brings them up. So that's why you really want to focus down, and circular rotations down. Up, it's not going to do anything, but because I know of our lymph nodes, like we want to, you want to do like little massages here on your collarbone, underneath your arms. And so that's why, you want to go down. That's
So
why.
with that,
Just to help.
with the sun shield, when
Mhm.
I love how you're explaining it, because it was hard for me to think, okay, I'm going to do this in my hands. I don't ever do that. I do a little bit, but I like to do it on my face. So I like that you've explained it that way. And then
And you
for
can
the
really
neck,
warm it up. You can put your
okay.
hands on your skin with the sun shield because it has this beautiful creaminess to it, this flow. So you can really warm it up. And you'll see as you're doing circular rotations, you can see it warm. And then
Wow.
you know it's ready. Like
That's
when you
wonderful.
really get that beautiful glow. Like remember yesterday we talked about like on the hand. It's just I love it. And if someone where you're going to have people that are extremely dry, does this help with dryness? Yes. But you're going to have girls that are just the cream girls. That's why it's so exciting that Plexus added this on because they'll get the benefit of that. And I really think that even as we progress into fall and winter, that, to even push this even more. This would be
Awesome.
something that I would definitely have my clients use together, as a little team for your skin, just to get that hydration. And I didn't want to
Awesome.
answer that question.
That's good. No, that's good. I don't have any more. Megan, Angie, do you have any questions?
Angie was gonna hop on next, so
Yes.
yes.
Take it away, Angie.
Oh my goodness, I love all of this. And I just want to say that I have been someone for years and years who only used water on my skin. When I was growing up, I lived with my grandmother for a lot of my life, and she had beautiful skin. She always used water. And so I just followed in her footsteps. I would wash my face every day with water, just using a little bit of eye makeup remover, and I would moisturize with tallow. I've been doing that for about 3 years, and I love tallow. So when this came out, I wasn't super excited. I'm just gonna be honest, but I was like, okay, they want me to be a tester. So I was like, I'm going all in and I'm going to do it. And I'm going to specifically do it every morning and every night. So I will have you know that this Thursday, it will be 4 weeks that I have been doing this every single night, every single morning. I am obsessed. I know you guys are probably tired of hearing me say the word obsessed. It's my word for the year. Like I am obsessed with so many things. Jesus, my boyfriend, pink drink, and now this skincare. Health, the skin health. I love it. And so, Shell, I wanted to say, here's what I found when I first got started. About 2 weeks in, I noticed my skin was flaking, especially around my forehead where the areas can be, drier, at least for me. I know some people have more of oily skin. I do not. And I was like, I have to push through. But I kept going, and I did kind of what you said. I took a little bit, well, a little bit different. I took a little bit of water and warmed up the day moisturizer to get that in my skin, and I do the tapping like you said. But I love what you're saying about adding in that nighttime moisturizer and just kind of mix that together, because that actually is one of my very favorite products at nighttime. I'm like, can't I use this during the day? And I love that you're saying that we can definitely do that. So I can't wait to do that tonight. And for any of you listening, if you've had any kind of detox with it, or there's been a couple people who've reached out to me that said my skin is so dry, I'm not liking that day moisturizer. So I'm excited to share with them the tips that you just gave. So thank you so much for that. And I'm just gonna tell everyone, keep pushing through because you're going to be obsessed with this product as well.
So Angie, when your skin was dry, did that deter you from wanting to move forward? Did you think that was like a bad sign, or what did you notice after you pressed through a little bit more?
Well, I just think because I know about detox and die off and different things, I felt like I needed to push through. Obviously, I need to be a product of the product and see, because I want to be able to give people honest feedback about that. But I did start adding a little bit of water, and that helped. But I love what Shell shared about adding that night moisturizer. And I think that's going to even make, because I do have a little bit still and a little bit on my eyelids where it's a little bit dry. And so I'm going to try that.
So one thing that you can do for that is, with the cleansing pads, you can take a little jojoba oil. I have some here. It's, just organic jojoba oil. You always want to make sure you get it in the dark bottle. You can take a little bit of that on your cleansing pad. On the side that's a little bit more, it's not rougher, but it's just the side that exfoliates. And so you do circular rotations around your forehead to try and get some of that dry dead skin cells off. Because one thing I did notice about the cleanser is that the cleanser is activating. The cleanser is pH balancing your skin. It's correcting. So but what's beautiful, it doesn't strip. But I think what's going on is that it's how your skin is adjusting. Also, the Glow Getter serum, it's cutting edge. I have 2 serums upstairs in my bathroom. I could run up and go get them. One of them is $850. I have my favorite cream from Chanel is the Seul Image. That's $650. I love it. I'm not getting any more of it, and they give it to me. I will not buy a $150 serum, but I have it. And have I used it on my clients? Yes. But when I tell you the cutting edge of this, but I really think, so the difference between this and the Joyum that I have experienced, because for me, I'm going to tell you about Joyum. I loved the night Joyum. Oh my gosh, I loved it. So when I experienced this for the first time, I was like, this is really different. It's it's more liquefying and it's more strengthening than the Joyum. And so that's why I, and again, I didn't say this before, is that you do need to let it sit for at least 30 seconds to just a minute. And I always tell people, brush your teeth, answer a text, watch a reel. You know what I mean? It's just a minute. Because what you're doing is the serum is the most important part of the skincare unit to help to anti-age, to fix, to correct. And so, and then I would add this on, or you can combine. I did this with Lisa yesterday on her hand. And what I recommend all of you do is try it out. Try the serum first. Wash the back of your hand. Feel that. Try the serum. Then use the sun shield. Then look in the mirror. Look in the light. Then add the cream on and see the difference. It's wonderful. And you know what's great? If you have your stuff with you and you're out, or you have friends with you and you're sharing the little sample packets and stuff, you can do that as well. So I hope that helps. But I would definitely, anytime like that. And the other thing too, which I didn't recommend because it's not in our kit, but remember, glycerin and rose water. There's a brand out there called Heritage. I have one from France. It's in a glass bottle. It's just rose water. I spray my face with rose water right after I wash. Because what it does is it hydrates, and because I'm on the dry side. So I do that extra. So I think that would help too. And jojoba oil and a little bit of castor oil. I'll tell you what, for right here, if you're aging, phenomenal. Or if you're drying on your forehead, you can do a little mixture and do like a little mask and then exfoliate with the clean slate and see if that works for you.
Okay. Yeah, Ange.
I have 2 questions real quick. So I'll just throw them all at once. Can you address exfoliating, what your thoughts are there? And those little pads, I have not used those pads yet. Would you recommend that you use the pad? Because when I read it, it said use this side. Both sides look the same to me. But
Right.
tell me,
So,
do you recommend
one-
that with the cleanser?
Well, so one side is like it's like your blanket. Like there's 2 sides to the blanket.
Yeah.
Those kind of soft blankets. Like I get at Costco. This side is the side that you can dampen, and I get the residue of my makeup off after I'm cleansing. Then after I know my skin is clean, I'll put a little bit more water on, and sometimes I use like whatever's left on the cap of the cleanser. I'll take you'll see the difference. And you know
Okay.
what, to be honest, it's the one without the tag.
Yes.
And so this is the exfoliating side.
Okay.
I was introduced to I'm so excited that Plexus did this, because this helps get all the impurities. It helps to softly exfoliate, because exfoliators, I don't care, I've used them all. They're harsh.
Okay.
They're harsh. There was one that years ago I used to use that have the little beads, but they're causing problems in our water system, so they've gotten rid of them. But in the industry, everyone that uses that now, there are people that are extremely oily. That's a little different. If you have an oil issue, I have my clients use exfoliators, but these are brilliant. This invention. You can exfoliate gently and get those dry dead skin cells off without agitating the skin. Because a lot of times when you're exfoliating, you'll notice like if you've done too harsh, you break out or you get massive redness. Does that help with the?
Yes, thank you so much.
What was your
Yes,
other?
I
you
was
said
looking at the
something else.
tag too. I was like, oh, it's the tag side.
Yeah. I know. But it is, and you know what? So what I love to do too is that after I wash and stuff, I have a close-up mirror. And because I'm a lash girly, I love to put little lash pieces in. I've been in, I love it.
Mhm.
And I will notice a little teeny bit of a residue. So I just warm this, with warm water. And you don't even need anything, like you don't need cleanser or anything on this. And you can go into the mirror and it will all come off.
Oh, good to know.
If you have any residue left of mascara, this will do it.
Okay, that's good to know. Well, and we were talking about this in our chat when Angie piped in, like, with the flaking and stuff she was noticing. And some of the girls said, well, you could be kind of resurfacing. Like, this is all new lingo for me because I think I missed the class growing up about skin health, skincare, makeup application, and all of that. So for those of us who are like 30, 40, 50 and above and just now learning this, fantastic. It's never too late to learn. But Lisa was saying that the peeling can actually be a natural process. And there's something called hyaluronic acid, I believe that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
Vitamin A does this for the face. So you probably know more sciencey stuff about that, but that vitamin A is very powerful for cell turnover. So
Yes.
cool.
And I believe the scientist, the master class that was phenomenal. Everyone should listen to that. You should listen to it again and again. I've learned so much. He did talk about you have 4 different hyaluronic acids in the system,
Mhm.
which is why after you use it for like, especially now over almost 2 weeks, I'm like, wow, I noticed the difference in my skin of what I want to say. It's that just plumpness, like that. But more of anything, I was telling Lisa yesterday, is strength because we lose it, over a period of time. But if you're hydrating within and you're doing it on the outside, you're gonna really, anti-age and delay that too. So
Very cool. Okay, well, we're going to wrap this up. Thank you so much, Shell, for sharing with us. This is so fun. I love having like the tutorial class option. And we will link the Skin Health Masterclass that Dr. Hartman did. It was fantastic. I still need to go back over my notes because it was very detailed. So for those of you who are very detail oriented, we can get that to you. I did want to just make a quick mention because we have a call tonight at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8:30 Eastern. Jess and I are going to be teaching about nutrition and some things we're learning through a functional medicine doctor that we're doing a specific nutrition protocol. And I would say focusing on food is a piece. It's a lot of times a missing piece for beautiful skin, for weight loss, for autoimmune things correcting themselves. So it is one piece that I do think is a big puzzle piece that we need to all just go there. And we're kicking off a challenge that starts next week, but I wanted to pop on and do kind of a kickoff call, let people know, prepare, you can listen and then decide whether it's for you or not. But wanted to put that out there just as a little reminder. I'll pop the graphic out for everybody and we'll pop it in the links as well. So on Facebook. So girls, thank you so much for popping on. Feel free to continue to chime in questions on the Facebook Lives that are rolling and we will keep learning. All right. Thank you guys.